Good morning, everybody. It is 5:20 in the morning right now. We're looking at VeChain, everybody's favorite. It is Friday morning, and after yesterday's drop, I would say, right? We have major drops here from yesterday. We're looking at what? Not 20%, right? 20% is crazy. And if maybe we look at the daily here, boom, right? This drop we had crazy candle going down to the so 23%. And that's what we signed up for, right? That's the crypto market. It's a lot of volatility, a lot of things happen. I'm not telling you that, I'm not telling you that you shouldn't be in it. I'm just trying to align your expectations here, because if your expectations are not right, you're gonna have, your heart broken in here, and if you're not willing to see your investment or your trade down a lot, then we got to work on that. But we need to work together to understand the market, and you definitely need to see a lot of things that to help you gauge the market and help you understand it, right? So just massive moves every day, right? As soon as we had this right here 4 days ago, we broke out and we entered this trade outside of this triangle, and then we had massive gains, right? I don't know if you guys remember the video if you were watching, but we entered somewhere here at the breakout, went all the way up, nice 22%, literally the day right after everybody got, if you're longing this as a trader, went all the way down to 23, right? So a lot of unexpected stuff happens, and that's what we're working on here. And this is like the boot camp for all traders. There's a lot of volatility right now, and anyways, so we did have that drop, and it looks like we did find support at the 0.025, which is a nice psychological number. 25 is well rounded number, right? We did find that support here, and now we're pushing through. So when we dropped, we actually saw we didn't drop just that. We dropped, including with today, all the way to 30%. And now we're pushing through that. Now we're almost, right? If we're dropped that much, all the way down to here, 30%. And now we're back up to 12%. So we're halfway through, which is good, right? But this Bitcoin's chart right now, Bitcoin is finding support right here. Still no signs for me to judge it, right? As a wise, patient trader, you have to see what happens. You need to let the market talk back to you first. You want to let it talk first before you assume things. You see those signs, and then we move. We can anticipate where we find resistance and support, but you need to see if the market respects your analysis, and if it does, then you act accordingly. And right now with Bitcoin, we had that major drop, right, all the way down to here 20%, and now we're back at 10% almost. So we recovered 10%. You would need to see usually a retracement, and then a pushback by bars at least halfway through, right? At least when you're halfway through this, it tells you that we're strong, that people are buying the dip. If you want to assume that people are buying the dip, you want to see somewhere like you drop all the way down here, and you want to see a pushback up at least somewhere halfway to assume that buyers were actually buying the dip. Otherwise, sellers are having more and more power as we go, right? So this is the daily chart. If we zoom out a bit, we are finding support at the 55 EMA on Bitcoin, and it looks like VeChain right now did find that support, somewhere at the 0.025. So we found it at a price line as opposed to an EMA. Maybe if I don't know, this, no, it passed through the EMAs right here. Clear massive rejection right here, and people are buying in right now. So let's just maybe zoom in and see what happens. If I'm looking at my MACD here for just to understand here the momentum we're having, right? We had that crossover over here, and now after spending a very long time on the positive, we tried to go in the negative. We spent less time, it wasn't a major retracement, it wasn't a major reversal in momentum. We just went sideways a bit, which is good. Then we crossed over here, we had that breakout, and now we are also struggling to stay above as equally, right? Because this is such a volatile market, right? There's a lot happening with with Bitcoin, a lot happening with Ethereum, with the American politics and all that. It's just things are going sideways a bit, and you got to let it happen. You got to let it be. If I'm looking here, when we had those drops, we were seeing massive wicks to the downside, right? A lot of wicks to the downside as we go up. Right now, I am not seeing that yet. Maybe this is that one candle, which still has, 11 hours to go. So I wouldn't assume things anyways yet. But we can see that, the support is on somewhere on this side. And we're seeing right now, if we go to maybe to the 4-hour, we're seeing that this right here, this zone, became a sell zone right now. We're below it. People are probably selling it when it gets all the way up the here. Are we going to get overextended? Look at this right here. For the longest time, every time we try to go back down, we go up. Every time we go back down, we're not even spending time here on the MACD and the negative. We're not even spending time until here. Boom. Until here, we're finding that we're spending a lot of time here, right? So it looks like buyers are gaining more momentum. Sellers are gaining more momentum. We're spending time on the bottom a lot more. So is this a bearish sign? Yes, it is. I'm not saying that VeChain is a bad project. I'm not saying if you're a long-term holder, sell everything. I'm not telling you to buy the dip right now. All I'm saying is sellers are clearly having more power right now. And rightfully so, because we spent so much time up here. Sellers want to sell. That's what it is. You're gonna find more willing sellers than buyers. And but however, looks like at the moment they're losing steam on a 4-hour. We are upticking back to the upside, right? And we are finding that resistance at these levels, which we clearly, that this is the level where it broke, right? It broke. If I go maybe zoom all the way out here. Sorry if I'm slaughtering this, guys. I hate playing around too much with this, but this is the level that we are trying to, right? We tested yesterday, and we're trying to find support at, right? We closed above it. But this is clearly a sell zone, right? We're pushing past it. We're trying to get all these sellers out of the way to push past it. And we're having a bit of a hard time right now. It's very simple. So sellers are losing steam, right? Volume is, relatively speaking here, a bit more on the downside. We still have 3 hours to close. Sellers are losing steam. RSI is finding that support. So in terms of strength, right, we're finding that, we bottomed out somewhere here. Stochastic is going up, indicating that we want to still go up. So, there are also bullish signs. We're finding that we did break above the 21 EMA. We did find this night. This is a very typical, reversal candle. This candle is a very typical reversal candle because it's telling you we did go all the way down, and then buyers came in, passed the open, and closed above. And which is, it's okay because we had the 55 EMA, so it's nice just to close right at it. That's fine. Then this here showing you, this next candle showing you indecisiveness, right? Because everyone's saying, okay, so I did get this candle on the 4-hour, but what's gonna happen here? Are the sellers still in? They're scared. People are scared here. They're not buying yet. So once we saw the scandal, then you see the bullish sentiment right after, right? You see it just jumping right back in because number one, when we had the scandal, we dropped, we found support, very nice wick to the bottom, showing you that buyers just rejected the downtrend. And on this candle, if the sellers were actually more powerful, then you would see it drop even more, but it didn't. It just went literally instead of this, out of this candle, right? Out of 12%, we only went down 2% or maybe 3% down, right? Out of this whole length, we went down just this much as opposed to this whole thing. Oh, okay, so sellers are not really as powerful anymore. Sellers were right here. Now we're probably taking over. People enter a trade and then it shoots back up. So that's just how the market works, right? That's just how it is. And maybe even if you entered somewhere around here, to be honest with you, as soon as it broke out, that's a good 5%, right? And you put your stop loss somewhere right here, a bit tight, and then you enter. That's just a good 6% for you to make more profit. And we're seeing that we broke above the 21 EMA. You can tell that the buyers are coming in. You can tell that we are, sales are losing steam. RSI is bottoming down. Stochastic is showing me that the RSI wants to keep going up. So we want to have more price strength. And yeah, right now we're definitely gonna find that resistance right here at the 0.030, which we're clearly finding. Maybe if I go to the 1-hour, right, this is what it is. So one thing that I usually try to I used to gauge the market is that once I have a long downtrend, I start seeing how many candles the buyers are staying at, right? So what I mean by that is you see that the price goes down this way, right? Like a very steep drop. Then you see that the buyers come in, for maybe like this. Then you see another steep drop. Then the buyers now spend a bit more time. They gain more time like this, right? They stay a bit longer. So this is it. This just stayed for a couple of candles. Now they're staying for maybe like 3-4 candles. Then you have another drop. The drop itself is actually getting shorter. You know, this drop itself is getting shorter as you go. You drop, go up, drop, go up. Now, now we're not dropping as much. And then you see the sellers try to come in this way a bit, even more like sideways. So drops, buyers come in for 1 candle, drops, buyers come in 2 candles, drops, 1 to 3 candles, and now, you continue up, right? So the more the buyers spend time at those candles or those time frames, the more it's telling you that buyers are coming in and they are gaining momentum and steam as they go, right? So this right here too, we had a crossover on the MACD at this candle, right? And then, buyers obviously went in, but volume is still going down. We're going to find that resistance right now, the 0.330. But are we going to drop or no? What I think, guys, we're still a bit early to say that, but I think is that this is the range we're in. We could play around here a bit. It looks like the buyers are gaining a bit more strength, but I need to see some sort of because when the market is going sideways, you want to see where the range is, and to me, this is where the range is right now, right? I'm seeing that on the 1 hour we broke above all the EMAs again, but we're gonna see this resistance at the 0.30. We're gonna see the resistance at 0.31. And as we go up, I need to see it close above this line. Right, this right here, which is the 0.03013. We need to see it close above to indicate that buyers are in. This is a huge range, I know, but you don't want to assume things yet. We just had that drop. It could just drop again. It's very sensitive right now the way we're going about this. But for me personally, I would want it to see it. I want to come back to this level before I assume anything. And once I'm back up above this level, then it's good. And see here, even if I was looking at it in general too, while this drop was happening, I would see need. I would have said that I would need it to close above this. I want to see, because you're seeing a lot of wicks here. Buyers are clearly getting in at the 0.0. Sellers are getting in at 0.030, rejecting it. And now we actually, we're trying. We pushed past it. And now we pushed past the 30. We pushed past it. So to me, I would have even said that, hey, since we broke above this here, at 3 hours ago, this is actually bullish, right? This is bullish. I need to close, however, above this level over here, which is the 0.0313. And most importantly, I think we're going to find a lot of resistance at this level, which is the 0.03272. So we need to see what happens here. But most importantly, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, we're finding, we drew this line back then, yesterday, and we said that this is the zone where buyers are coming in. This is the zone where buyers are coming in. Now, are the buyers going to be staying more? This is what I need to see with Bitcoin. I need to see Bitcoin closing above this range that it created, this sideways range, and this is where it should break above, because this is obviously the range we're stuck in. We need to see Bitcoin break above this right now. If Bitcoin breaks above the 32,168, that's good, meaning that it's going to push us all the way to the 32,733. And if we break above this, we're back in. We're back in. It's clear that range bound is broken. We are trying to go above. And then once we break above this, clearly we're going to find resistance at this line over here, right? At the 33,525. So this is the range we're in. We need to break above this resistance, which is clear resistance where sellers are coming in. You can see the wicks already where sellers are trying to come in. A lot of indecisiveness on the hourly chart with these candles, wicks to the both upside and the downside. And I would love to tell you that Bitcoin stopped retracing, but we haven't seen those signs yet. We're just seeing that we're going sideways. Are we going up again? That's the main question we need to ask. And we need to break past those resistances right here. So if Bitcoin does keep an eye on Bitcoin. If it breaks above this, then we go up here, breaks above this, that's bullish. We're back in. we are trying to recover, because Bitcoin right now did recover past, from yesterday, back up 11%, right? So volatile markets here, guys. Keep an eye out. I don't want you to be disappointed. I want you to, gain wisdom as you go in this market. Don't feel bad. Again, be smart with it. If you don't want to see your money go up, you obviously want to see your money go up 15%, but you also don't want to see your money dropping 20%. Then you need to realign your expectations. That's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you, the market is not for you. You should no, or you shouldn't be in crypto, or you blah blah blah. No, you obviously, everybody can be in crypto. It's just a matter of aligning expectations, and that's what we're trying to do here with this channel. Eventually, I don't want you to watch me anymore. I want you to be able to think on your own and make decisions on your own, and hopefully, with the technical analysis we're doing here, at one point, if you keep watching enough, you will be able to analyze on your own. You're going to start identifying those candles way before we even put a video out. You can find a lot of channels right now telling you, go and buy, go and right now, don't even think about it, just go and do it. Don't do that. Sit down and think about it. Even if you're going to miss on profits, that's fine. Understand the analysis, understand all of that. Don't just FOMO into things. But yeah, thank you for watching. Join our Discord to get these signals a lot faster than YouTube, and weekends here, so have a good time. Thank you for watching.